behavior. So, scaling your humanity or human behavior. How exactly you can scale a human behavior? How exactly you can scale the sadism? And what are the points required in scaling your human behavior? Okay, it's not my job. I completely say that it's a psychiatrist's job. It's a psychiatrist's job who can do this. So always remember, so the sadistic personality disorder and administrative sadism is very bad, and that will take the institution towards the flop only. So better the administrative sadism is not helpful for the institution, whereas administrative humanity is helpful for the institution. A person who, yes, a person who lived in the ashram and become the superstar of India, and the person who was living in the ashram and was doing a bus conductor job in BMTC was doing a bus conductor job in BMTC was earlier having no money, belongs to a poor community, belongs to a poor family, came from a very poor background, becomes the superstar of India, and his name is Rajinikanth. We all know about it, because here the what matters is his capabilities. So that's what his humanity is all about. So humanity is, humanity was there. That's why there are some people who are not his relatives, who are not his friends, helped him to become an actor, that to become an hero, and they helped you to improve. They help you to achieve success to the max. He is the superstar, mega star of India. So that is very good. Similarly, when we spoke about our rocking star Yash, okay, he's also a very big star in India, and he also has some of the. He doesn't have any background or anything, but what matters to him is his capabilities, his struggle, his effort. He has learned the things very much, very nicely. Okay, so that's why when he was very light point in the industry, he was neglected. He was a very much light point in the industry. Was neglected. He didn't have money, but the people who are not his relatives, who are not his friends, who are nothing to him, have helped him in achieving the success. So that's very important. So that's why, in reality, money is not the thing. So you have a friend, he's not a friend, he's not your relative, he's nothing to you, but you are going to help him. That is your humanity. Okay? So likewise I was discussing like that, humanity was there. That's why Rajinikanth is a superstar in India, because he was not having any friends or anyone who is having money who can help him. So similarly, and you were rocking star Yash. So he also has rocking star Yash also does not have any background. In Kannada, rocking star Yash is there. He does not have any background. He's also an actor. No background. His father works in conductor. His father is a driver in the bus, BFTC bus, and because of his own capabilities, he is now the superstar. So similarly, it is our rocking star S. Okay. So what are these things which are important? Similarly, rocking star S, his father was conductor, driver, and he is now the superstar of Kannada film industry. So here what is mattering you more is your capability, your ability, and your abilities are valued in a right way, valued in a correct way. Okay, your capabilities and abilities are valued in a correct way, right way, in an understanding way, such that the person was not your relative friend, but also he helped you. That's why you are now the superstar. Similar, the case with our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So he was a chai wala, and he became the Prime Minister of India. So similar, all these cases, because he was a chai wala, he became the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi Shri, because his capabilities, his abilities are valued. The people who are not his friends or relatives helped him to reach the success and finally made him the Prime Minister of India. So that's why whenever you're thinking, whenever you're working, you value your capabilities. You believe in your capabilities. You believe in your behavior. You believe in your capabilities. Then only you can achieve the success rather than anything else. That's why, believe me, whenever they say that the human behavior will help you in achieving the success, it's 100% true. It 100% true, and it will help you in achieving the success. Whenever you want to make any difference in your behavior, it's you. It's ultimately you can make a difference. No one else can help you in correcting your behavior and in changing your behavior. See, now the behavior, when the word behavior comes, your habits. It can be either you take an alcoholic habit, it can be either you taking a tobacco habit, it can be either you taking any of the wrong things. Okay, so those behaviors are changed, can be changed, and you can be made as to behave as a human. So yes, so whenever the sadism, the word sadism comes, we see in our psychiatrists so many people sadism, when the children and those people, they come with the sadistic complaints and sadistic behavior. So I'm not the person who can grade it, I already told you. But what matters, what is important in case of sadism is your perception towards sadism and perception towards humanity. That means whenever you are helping the unknown, you should value them. Does they worth it? That means whenever you're going, you see some of the aged people, and they are not able to earn. If you give 5 rupees or 1 rupee to them, it's worth it. Okay, no problem. But there are youngsters who are simply sitting, and you give 1 rupee or 5 rupees, it's a waste for them, because they can go to work and they can earn it, and then they can make a difference. So that's why you yourself have to decide, does they value it? Does it is important for them? And thus they can improve themselves with this money. Or does they are going to get educated with this money? Likewise, you should think, and when you are doing and perform your human behavior also, you should think. See, now whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario, we see come across the people. I have seen so many places, they were reading the books, and they are selling the papers, they are selling the fruits. It's worth. You buy them, you buy with them, it's worth it. To be very frank, I'm telling you, it's worth it. You buy it, But what is important for you is your your perception, your personality, your human behavior. That will take you forward rather than anything else. Okay. Nowadays, if you beat a child, and it will be a big issue. Definitely, it will be a big issue if you beat a child, because once the child is beaten, they go to Human Rights Commission, and the Human Rights Commission will come. They will do an inquiry. They will say, "How you have beaten the child?" Like that. We have seen so many. Now it is difficult for you to beat a child in a school, but earlier it was not like that. Earlier they used to beat left and right, and we used to get swellings and all. But nowadays it's not like that. And second important thing which you have to remember is the punishments, rewards and punishments. Here you can train the people in human behavior with the rewards and punishment. So what is that? So you can change the people with the human behavior with rewards and punishment. What is that rewards and punishment? See, whenever you think of the rewards and punishment, you always think about the best rewards, best punishment. It's nothing like best or worst punishment. Does whatever the reward you are going to give is going to affect the children in behaving human. Very simple concept. Okay. So when there are two stories, I think a story till that I have reached or not, but very important story that is, yes. That story I will tell you now only. So there is a person who was having his parents. He wanted to join his parents to the ashram, anath ashram. Okay, we'll go in this way only. So there was one. So he wants to person by name, you just name it as P. He has parents by name F and M. Okay. Person by name P, who has parents F and M. He has a wife by name W and a kid by name K. Very simple story, very important. Humanity. It explains you the humanity. What exactly is humanity is, and how you can understand and experience humanity. This story will tell you. The first thing is, the person, he went with all the five to an ashram, anath ashram or ashram, whatever you call it. Right? He went with all the five, he went to the ashram. In the ashram, there was an old person, his name is, you write it up, just O, old person. And he was the administrator. He was the administrator of that ashram. Okay, person O, he was the administrator of ashram. Person by name O, he was the administrator of that ashram. Old person O, who is the administrator of that ashram. What is that administrator of the ashram is? He is there in the ashram since more than 30 years. Okay, old person means he is there in the ashram since more than 30 years. O. P went to O and told he wanted to admit his parents F and M to the ashram. His parents F and M to the ashram. The P told to O, what is your name? My name is P. Okay, P. What is your father's name? His name is F. What is your mother's name? His name is M. Okay. He told, you call your parents. Okay, he called his parents. So P along with F, M, W and K, with wife and kid, he went in front of the O. Older person, he's there in the ashram since 30 years. O suddenly asked, are you F? Yes, I am F. Are you M? Yes, I am M. So, then he suddenly asked, sir, P is the same person which you have taken from the ashram. F replied, yes, 30 years back you have taken the P from this ashram. F replied, yes. And he suddenly started crying, yes, because his P was an orphan. They took him from the ashram, and after becoming older, the P is sending their parents to the anadhashram, the place where they have taken him. So when he was young, they took care of him, even though he is an orphan. Now, when the time comes, he is not giving it back to the parents. Here, the inhuman, sadistic behavior of the P was opened up, and suddenly wife W and K also started crying because they didn't know that this fact. And finally, they went back to their home. See, whatever may be the situation, the moral of the story is behave human. Behave human. That matters rather than anything else. So whenever you are behaving, you behave human. Behave human behavior. That means you take care of your parents, take care of your kids, take care of your wife. Everyone is important in your life. Your love is distributed among everyone. Give a sufficient amount of love and affection and care to everyone equally. So that's why this is very important. What I was thinking. So this helping the humanity, helping the unknown without any expectation is very, very important. And lastly, only one point I just want to add. Whenever you see or whenever you think about this personality development system, does human behavior have any relation or any capability, anything related to your personality development system? Definitely. I already told you it has a relationship with your intrinsic motivation, burning desire. All these things will help you to achieve the success, will help you to stick on to it, will help you to try for it, try for the success, try and try until you win. Okay, that is very important. But if you don't try, no fail is wrong. That's not required, that's not helpful also. So always you try until you win. Okay, that's what matters and that's what important rather than anything else. Okay, it's a very simple thing and a very simple concept. So always remember. So whenever there is an opportunity for you to behave human, behave, no problem. It's like giving money to some older people, helping the privileged people. You behave. That doesn't matter. It's okay. No problem. Don't worry about those things. You help them. That's what behave human. And whenever you have an ability to not to trouble anyone, whenever you have a situation to not trouble anyone, don't trouble. Stop at that point, at that position, and you say, okay, it's okay, no problem. That's why whenever you are trying to think about these things, you should believe that you are also a human being. So now one more thing which I have to add here, that is, whenever does the personality which is more important or behaving human which is more important? Very simple. Just correlation we need to do. So does the personality which is more important? I think this story, the moral of the story is behaving human. So with your own parents, if you are not behaving human, the parents have behaved human with you because they have taken you from the orphan. You are not related to them. You are not his friends. You are not his relative. You are nothing. But they took you from the orphanage and gave you all the facilities, all the things, whatever possible from their side to make you educated, to make you valued, to make you live effectively and efficiently in this world. That's why always remember the behaving human is very important. Behaving human. But the son P, what he has done? He has done an inhuman behavior such that he has thrown his parents, he wanted to join his parents to the orphanage. Because whenever you think of the joining your parents to the orphanage, that time you have lost your human behavior, and at that time you have lost your personality. So that's the moral of this story. Now, does the personality and human behavior are interrelated? Yes, of course. The personality and the human behavior are interrelated. Yes, definitely they are interrelated. In what way? In the way such that personality and human behavior are interrelated in a way such that For example, this is your humanity. This is your humanity or human behavior. Personality. So when you go to personality, we always refer to say the positive personality. Positive personality. So it is personality. Ultimately, it is positive personality. Okay. The person who has a personality will have a positive. The person who has a positive personality will have a positive perception. Will have a positive behavior. The person who has a positive personality will have a positive behavior. The person who has a positive perception, positive behavior will have a positive work efficiency, positive working efficiency. The person who has a positive perception, positive behavior, positive working efficiency will definitely have a positive performance. So the person who has a positive perception, positive behavior, positive working efficiency, positive perception will definitely have a positive thoughts. Will have a positive thoughts. And the person who has a positive perception, positive behavior, positive working efficiency, positive performance and positive thoughts will definitely have a positive environment. So now ultimately we stuck with the environment. Environment, and then the word stuck is humanity. Because we live in an environment where some are our relatives and some are our not. And when we have a positive atmosphere, a positive environment, we try to help the people when they are in trouble. Positive environment itself states that we try to help the people when they are in trouble. So that is very important. So when they are in trouble, we are going to help them. That is your positive behavior, positive environment. And there comes your humanity. Now the humanity and these positive personalities are all interconnected, are interrelated. And they are going to help you in moving forward towards your success. Whenever the word comes positive perception, positive personality, everything are interrelated. When you have a positive personality, you definitely have these characteristics. Ultimately, you will have a positive environment. The positive environment itself contains your humanity. So you will behave humanly with the personality. Now the question which has arrived to us is the positive behavior, positive thinking, everything okay. But now, does the personality which is more important or your perception more important or human behavior which is more important? So very simple. Now the personality which is more important, behavior, human behavior and perception. So positive. So now there's a personality which is more important, perception or human behavior. Say other books and motivational speakers, they say that personality can external. I'm talking about external, not internal. Remember, the external personality can be made. External personality can be made. So always remember, the external personality can be made. This external personality can be made, but not the internal personality. Understood? Very simple concept. The external personality can be made, but not the internal personality. How this external personality can be made? So, external personality can be made, not the internal personality. So what way this external personality? External personality is I want to explain. For this I want to use a story of a Photoshop. Story of a Photoshop. External personality can be made but not the internal. That means I went to a Photoshop here only in Shimoga. I went to a Photoshop. I was wearing nice coat, tie and well dressed, nicely dressed. I went to the Photoshop. I took one photo. I told when the photo will be delivered. He told, sir, come back after 20 minutes. I thought just 20 minutes is there, no? So I can wait it over there. I was waiting. So at that time, one person came. He came with a jeans pant and t-shirt, and he took a photo. Okay. So Photoshop. So I went with a suit, tie and all. I took a photo. He told me to wait for 20 minutes. I waited. So 20 minutes, so it's a short time. I can wait. So I waited. And nextly, another person came with a jeans t-shirt and jeans pant. I took a photo, and he told, so what I have to put, which color suit, which color tie, which color pant I have to put. See, these external personalities can be made. Whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario, you tell him you are some person to wear a suit, you tell him to speak nicely, you tell him to maintain an attitude, you tell him to learn the walking style. The external personalities can be made, but not the internal, because the internal personality involves motivation. Internal personality involves motivation, leadership, leadership skill, and internal personality also involves time management, stress management, healthy relationship, healthy atmosphere, healthy brain. In fact, healthy brain. So all these characteristics are interrelated when you go to internal personality. You cannot give him a ready-made brain. You cannot give him a ready-made time management strategy which he can never follow. You cannot give him a ready-made stress management strategy which he never knows about it and he can implement it. You cannot give him a ready-made healthy mind. You can give, no. You cannot give healthy atmosphere. You can give, no. You can we buy a healthy relationship in the market and give it to him? It's possible, no. But you can buy a coat, tie, those things, external shoes and walking styles. Those, if you teach him, he will become one of the good external personality indicator person. So as soon as he comes with the suit and all, you believe that he is a big person and he has some energy will be created around him. Okay, but whenever you think about intrinsic personality, these are the characteristics which are important, and these are the things which are interrelated. These are the things which are very important, and you cannot give him ready-made. You cannot commercialize these things. Okay, that's why whenever you think about this positive internal personality, you cannot ready-made it. You can either train him, he can either implement it. Okay, that's how it matters. So that's why, remember, whenever you are speaking about, whenever you are imagining about this motivation, intrinsic personality or internal personality can never be made. It can be trained. Remember, made, trained. Difference between a made and a trained. So internal personality can be trained. Made cannot made. What is the difference between a trained and made? Because, see, whenever you think of this intrinsic personality, it can never be made, it can be trained. Difference between a made and a trained. Made means you ready-madely buy it and give it to him. That is made. Trained means he should himself have to put effort in it. He should himself have to put concentration in it. He should first learn it. then only you can implement it. That's why remember, intrinsic personality is a product of all these characteristics: motivation, time management, stress management, and all, and it will definitely help you to improve your intrinsic personality, but which can never be made, which can only be trained. Yes. So that is the story of the Photoshop and me. And so whenever intrinsic personality and yes, intrinsic personality, you always implement more, work more, creativity more. Okay, intrinsic personality, you have an effective intrinsic personality, you implement more, you learn more, you creatively acquire more skills, and you, more than anything else, you value your skills. Okay, value your skills. So now just 2 minutes I can speak it in English, Kannada also. Very simple. ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಎಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವುದು.